Yo, what's up, Scorpio? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of February 2018. I was taking a look at some planetary aspects this month, and I noticed the theme. I noticed that some of you, not all of you, are attracted to somebody who you can get comfortable with, and you'll probably get some more information about this as the month goes along. So the second half of the month is more about you're attracted to somebody who is it's somebody who values a love alliance, or potentially for others of you, it's somebody who is a creative person. So it's going to be different for each one of you. And then mid-month, there is a new moon partial solar eclipse occurring. And this one happens in an area for you that has to do with your home life and your family situation. So that ties right along with the theme of where the sun is for this month. The sun is in an area for you for the first 3 weeks of February 2018. It has to do with your home life situation. It has to do with your family situation. So a lot of you are probably just going to want to kick your feet back and relax throughout the month of February 2018. You're probably not really going to feel like going anywhere. If you're going to talk to anybody or have anybody around, then you're probably going to invite them over to your place. And then the sun is going to shift on February 18th, and it's going to move into an area for you that has to do with true love in your life. It has to do with romance. It has to do with having fun. So the theme is going to change. So the first 3 weeks of February 2018, you're just going to feel like kicking your feet back at home, relaxing. Your energy level is going to be sorted down. And then the sun is going to shift on February 18th. Your energy level is going to come up. You're going to be looking to have some fun. You're going to be looking for romance, especially if you're single. And those are the main themes for you, Scorpio, for the month of February 2018. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological events that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you. Right off the bat on February 1st, Saturn is aspecting Juno. And Juno is the asteroid of our solar system that has to do with soulmates. And I feel like this is somebody who you can get comfortable with, Scorpio. So, who in your life, especially if you're single, is there anybody who who you feel really comfortable when you talk to this person? And if you're coupled up, potentially, if things are going well in your current romantic alliance, then, potentially this person might be your soulmate. And this could be you having more of a serious conversation or more of a sincere conversation with this person on February 1st, on February 3rd. The sun is opposing the north node. Sun on this end of the sky, north node this end of the sky. They're facing off. So this one has to do with an imbalance between your home life and your career. So career/home life imbalance. Scorpio. Some of you Scorpios work way too hard. Some of you Scorpios, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. I mean, you should work hard. It's important to work hard and have success for yourself in your profession, but at the same time, it can't be at the sacrifice of other areas of your life. And, some of you just spend too many late nights in the office, and some of you, there's too much of a focus on your career, and there's not enough focus on your home life. So you might see this come up right around on February 3rd as a challenge in your life. On February 8th, Mercury is aspecting Neptune. Now, some of you might be attracted to somebody who through your family, potentially, if you're single. So that's not for all of you. Or, if you're happily coupled up, potentially whoever your true love is someone who lives in the same household as you. So if you have your lover living with you under the same roof as you, potentially this is you having a conversation with that person in your home. If you're single, potentially some of you are going to want to invite, I don't know, maybe if you're single and you're seeing somebody, potentially you're single, but you're just seeing them, and then potentially maybe some of you might invite this person over to your house on February 8th. And for others of you, if this doesn't have to do with romance, then potentially you're working on some sort of creative endeavor in your home. On February 12th, Mars is aspecting Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, and this has to do with something coming up unexpectedly in your work situation, or potentially has something to do with your money. So it could be either or both. Now, Mars likes instant gratification, and Uranus is sort of unstable, erratic, and can be unexpected. So I'm not saying that there's going to be a volatile situation on February 12th, but just think about the characteristics I just mentioned about both of these two planets, and the angle they're making to each other isn't the best of angles. So like I said, I'm not saying a volatile situation is going to occur on February 12th, but just know that Mars is an impetuous planet. Uranus is sort of rebellious, kind of wants to do its own thing, and this has to do with money for some of you. For others of you, this has to do with your work situation. Some of you might unexpectedly be making changes in your health, or your fitness or your diet. Potentially, you might want to change up your workout routine on February 12th. On February 15th, there's a new moon partial solar eclipse. And this one has to do with your home life situation, Scorpio. So it's going to resonate differently for all of you. So do you see anything coming down the pike, Scorpio? Some of you are a little bit psychic. I'm not saying all of you are, but some of you do have the capacity to really, you just know what's going on without the use of logic or reason. You just know because you have good instincts. And the new moon's partial solar eclipse is going to hit on February 15th, and the 6 months that follow February 15th, all of a sudden something new is going to come into the picture regarding your home life. So, for others of you, it's going to be about your family potentially. And this is an eclipse, so this isn't any normal new moon. So this is the new moon partial solar eclipse. That means this is the universe's way of saying, Scorpio, there's something new coming down the pike. I mean, only a handful of you are probably going to be moving to a new location. I'm not saying it's going to resonate like that for all of you. For others of you, this might be a great time to do a home renovation, maybe get some new furniture, just something new about your home life coming in, or potentially about your family. If you are looking to have a baby, potentially this is a good time to maybe look, if that's what you want to do. This is a good aspect for that. And for others of you, maybe somebody moving into your home, maybe someone moving out of your home. Like I said, it's not going to be the same for every Scorpio, but you can definitely expect something new for your home life or your family situation that's going to be coming down the pike for you. It has to do with your fate, and it's going to happen in the 6 months that follow February 15th. On February 20th, Mercury is aspecting your ruler, Pluto. And this is conversations about love and romance, and you might have a little bit of a sultry edge to it, because Pluto is more sultry. Pluto is a little bit more about the erotic. So, you might want to pencil some time in for an erotic moment with you and whoever's next to you on February 20th. If you are single, this is a good day to maybe, you want to flirt with the object of your affection, obviously, and you have to make an effort, Scorpio. Don't expect a love situation to come into your life on its own. Make the effort. You have Mercury, the planet of communication, in your area of love and romance on February 20th. This is good for flirting. It's making an aspect to Pluto, which is, could get a little bit more, there could be sort of an erotic undertone to it potentially for some of you. On February 22nd, Saturn is aspecting Ceres, the asteroid. And this one has to do with communication in your professional life. So some of you, the angle it's making to Saturn, Ceres is making this angle to Saturn on February 22nd. That would imply some change of direction potentially in a career situation. So I'm not saying all of you are going to be like changing directions in a career situation. That's a pretty specific thing. So yeah, maybe some Scorpios are thinking about changing direction in a career situation or a professional situation, but others of you, this angle might have to do with making adjustments. So you might be Saturn's going to aspect Ceres, the largest asteroid in our solar system. Ceres is also retrograding on February 22nd. So with the angle plus it's retrograding, this does have to do, R for retrograde, R for review, R for revision. And then the angle has to do with adjustments. So you might be making some adjustments in your professional life. Now, Ceres can sometimes have to do with separation too. So I'm not, like I said previously, I'm not saying that all Scorpios are going to go separating from whatever you're doing professionally. But yeah, some of you might. If you are, then this means that there is something better coming in. It is angling to Saturn. Saturn's more of a planet that has to do with long term, has to do with restructuring. So once again, if you are one of those Scorpios that is looking to separate from an existing career situation, then just know that something better, more aligned with your life path and your fate is coming down the pike on February 25th. Mercury is aspecting the asteroid Pallas Athena, and Pallas Athena has to do with the intellect, has to do with ideas. It's also aspecting Mercury, which is also the intellect. And this is conversations. Mercury's conversations, and Mercury's in your area of love on February 25th. So you might be having some conversations about romance potentially, or where Pallas Athena is. It has to do with relationship. So love and relationship is definitely a big focus on February 25th. And if you are single, you should not miss the opportunity to flirt with the object of your affection, or at least spark a conversation with the object of your affection. This might be a better day to have more of an intellectual conversation with somebody you're interested in, potentially, so that if you're single, you might be able to make a connection with somebody you're interested in by focusing more on, something that's more intellectual, potentially something that's a common interest that you have with somebody, that's more on a cognitive level. On February 27th, Venus is aspecting Pluto. So now this is more about like flirty and sultry vibes. So it's like February 25th was more about intellect and like more of an intellectual conversation. It has to do more with the mind. And this is what's happening on February 27th. This is more of a connection that it's more of a sultry connection. So you have Pluto in the mix, which is, more about intensity and depth. So this conversation might even be a little bit deeper on February 27th. And you have Venus, the planet of love, which is in your area of romance on February 27th. It's making a positive angle to Pluto. So this is a great day, especially if you're single, to flirt with the object of your affection. And thank you for watching this video, Scorpio. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I'll see you next month.